I'm a mother, and my daughter is 4.5. And every day that I look at her, I want her to grow up in a city and grow up in an educational environment that allows her to be prepared for what's coming next, to be prepared for that industry that's coming. And our educational environment must encompass that. We have to look at the future. And the future is very bright for all of our city's children, but we have to ensure that that light doesn't dim, that that same brightness that they see when they're coloring and learning to write their name and write numbers in the alphabet, that it doesn't dim. We can't allow it to dim. And so our educational system has to encompass that, has to recognize that every child has the ability to learn. We have to empower them so that they know it and that they believe it. Growing up, life was not necessarily always easy for me, but through those struggles, I was able to learn. I had great principal, great assistant principal, and administrators that believed in every child that went to Wilson. They really told us never give up. One particular administrator, Mr. Bless Thomas, really took an interest in me and told me that I did not have to become a victim of my circumstances. That no matter what was going on at home, that if I wanted to be that lawyer that I wanted to be since I was a child in the 2nd grade, that I had to turn it around, that I had to believe in myself, because at the end of the day, the only person that was going to be looking back in the mirror at you was you. So I turned it around. I finished high school and I went on to college, into law school. I was able to do a great internship in the New York State Assembly with Assemblyman David Gant, who exposed me to a different side of the law, but also exposed me to being a public servant. And for me, being a public servant, it's not about you. It's about the people who elected you to serve them. And that's why I believe I was elected. I want to serve the people that elected me. I'm going to do everything that I possibly can to make sure that this city is better off when I'm done than when I started. As a Rochester resident, I'm telling you that the best days of our city are ahead. That we're not the city that we once were, but in the next couple years, you will see a city that has reinvented itself, that has changed for the better, that has lifted every one of our residents up by the bootstraps that want to be a part of this change. It's going to ensure that we have access to good quality jobs, that our children have access to good education, and that our neighborhoods are safe. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure that that happens.